this is a continuation, problem 2. Okay, problem 2 is f of x is equal to 3 over 1 minus 7x. Now, here we're going to use the quotient rule. Okay, your 3 is your u, and that is your v. So the quotient rule says you're going to take v, derivative of u, minus u, derivative of v, over v squared. So here we go. It's going to be 1 minus 7x times the derivative of 3 minus 3 times the derivative of 1 minus 7x. Okay? So 1 minus 7x, all of that is going to be over 1 minus 7x squared. Okay? So 1 minus 7x, and the derivative of 3 is 0, minus 3 times the derivative of 1 minus 7x. Okay? In this, the x might as well be 1. Well, it is 1. So that's going to end up being 0 minus 7. Okay? And it's all going to be over 1 minus 7x squared. Okay? So that's going to end up being 1 minus 7x times 0 is nothing. So it's going to be 3 times 7. It's going to be 21. And that's going to be over 1 minus 7x squared. Now we have to figure this part out, multiply it out. So that's 1 minus 7x times 1 minus 7x. Okay? So 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 7x. We're going to basically just call that 7. Okay? 1 minus 7, 1 minus. Okay, 1 times 7 is 7. 7 times 1 is 7. Negative 7 times a negative 7 is positive 49. Okay? So that's a positive 1 minus 14. And that's negative 13. Okay? Plus 49. This is going to equal to 36. So this is going to end up being 21 over 36. We have to reduce it. So it's going to end up being 3 over 12. Okay? No, I'm sorry. That was right. 7 over 12. Okay? So then we have to put that in our equation, which is y minus y1, which is equal to m times x minus x1. Okay? So we got points in the beginning. All right? We got our x and our y, which is 1 half and 1. No, actually, backwards. 1 and 1 half. And we're going to plug them into this equation. So y1 is 1 half is equal to the slope 7/12 times x minus x1, which is 1. Okay? And so we have to find a common denominator between 7/12 and 1 half. And that's going to be 6 times 2 is going to be 12. So it's going to be 6/12. All right? So these are negative. So it's going to be negative 13/12. So our answer is going to be 7/12x minus 13/12. Okay? That's our answer to problem number 2. Now, problem number 3 is going to be explain what is done if you're finding the derivative of a function that has a variable in the denominator. And basically what you would do is you would use the quotient rule, which is v to the derivative of u minus u to the derivative of v over v squared. In basic terms, that's going to be low times the derivative of high minus high times the derivative low over low squared. That's number 3. Number 4 is explain what's done if you're finding a derivative of a radical function. If you're finding the derivative of a radical function, first you're going to take away the radical by creating an exponential function. Then using the power rule, you're going to solve the equation. And that is number 4. Now we're going to pass it on to our second half.